So, Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Hope you're doing fine and keeping yourself and your family safe during this pandemic. So, we are starting the online classes for statistical methods in biology, but before starting the fresh concept, I want to give you a quick review of all the concepts that we had studied before the lockdown. So we started with the introduction to biostatistics as usual, and the word statistics, it is used in two senses. The first one is it refers to collection of quantitative information and methods of handling that sort of data, for example, annual reports and censuses. And it also refers to drawing of inferences about large groups on the basis of observations made on smaller ones, for example, estimating disease prevalence rates. So statistics, then, it has to do with ways of organizing, summarizing, and describing quantifiable data. And this is known as descriptive statistics. The other part of the statistics is methods of drawing inferences and generalizing upon them. And that is known as inferential statistics. So these are the two main parts of, or two main domains of statistics. And what is biostatistics? Biostatistics is the branch of statistics which is responsible for the proper interpretation of scientific data generated in biology, public health, and other health sciences, that is the biomedical sciences. So if you are applying statistics in any of these fields, in any of these disciplines, that comes under the heading of biostatistics. And that is why you're here, you're studying statistics because you're studying biology. So what is the need of biostatistics for you? So the statistical literacy, it is necessary for you for two main reasons. First one is it is necessary to read, understand, and evaluate the scientific literature that is available to you. And the second reason is that it is important to you to undertake an investigation on your own account and to present your results in a form that will be authoritative. Now, authoritative here means scientifically authoritative or scientifically valid. So when you're doing your research, when you have your data, and if your data and your results, they are backed and supported by statistical analysis, then it is acceptable to the scientific community. Then it is more acceptable to the scientific community, and you have more confidence in your results. So that is why you need to study biostatistics. So here was a step-by-step guide to the analysis of biological data, that how you can plan your research project, how you can plan your research design, and how you can carry on with that. So first of all, you have to specify the biological question to be answered. Then you have to put the question in the form of a biological null hypothesis and alternate hypothesis, and then put the question in the form of a statistical null hypothesis and alternate hypothesis. Then you have to determine which variables are relevant to the question. Then determine what kind of variable each one is, that what is the type of the variable, what is the statistical type of the variable. And then based on the number of variables, the kind of variables, and the hypothesis to be tested, you have to choose the best statistical test. And then do your experiment. So you'll see that doing your experiments comes after you have planned and designed your experiment, including the statistical analysis, that what kind of test are you going to use. And then you have to examine the data to see if it meets the assumptions of the statistical test you chose during your research designing. If it doesn't, you have to choose a more appropriate test. So apply the chosen statistical test and interpret the result. And then communicate your results effectively, usually with a graph or table. And again, statistics is going to help you in making graphs or tables. So the point here is that not only you have to use statistics to back and support your scientific findings, but also it is important to choose the statistical test or statistical analysis before doing your experiment. So using a statistical treatment as an afterthought to make the results acceptable is not an appropriate way to do a scientific research. So this was our first lecture, or